Hey everyone, before we get started talking about the Common App, we wanted to let you know that you can calculate your chances of admission at a variety of different schools using our chancing engine. First, you'll start by completing your chancing profile with information that's reflected throughout the Common App, such as GPA, testing, and extracurricular activities. From there, you can use CollegeVine's Hub tool to see your chances and information about different schools, such as cost, majors, and more. Visit the link in the description below to sign up and see your chances today.
Next up, we have the last section, which is the writing section. And in the writing section, there's kind of three key elements. The first element is the personal essay, right? And so almost all these schools are going to require what you know as your common application essay. Common application essay is 650 word prompt. You know, people say 250, 650. In practice, you want to be writing as close to 650 as possible. 650 word prompt responding to one of these seven sort of prompts, right? 650 word essay. You're going to paste it into this box, right? We have a full breakdown of the common application essay, so I'm not going to spend too much time on it, other than to say, I don't recommend writing your essay here. I do recommend kind of writing it somewhere else. Okay, next up you have the disciplinary history section. Now for this one, right, what's really important here is if your school is going to report something to colleges, you want to make sure that you're reporting it as well, so it doesn't look like you're trying to hide something. If, on the other hand, your school is not going to report something to college, you don't have to report it. If you don't know if your school is going to report something to a college, that's where you basically can sort of go ahead and that's where you're going to be able to go ahead and ask your guidance counselor or your school counselor. You'll want to ask them, hey, is this something that's going to be reported on my college sort of application, or is this something that's not going to be reported to colleges? That's really, really important to look at. Okay. The final piece is the additional information section, which includes both the COVID essay prompt and the additional information section. So let's talk about each of these separately. So the COVID essay prompt is going to be where you talk about any of the material impacts you've had from COVID, right? So that's stuff like anything ranging from your family lost someone to COVID, unfortunately, or you lost a friend or something like that to COVID, to you had an issue with family finances due to COVID, to even stuff like, hey, my mental health was affected by COVID, or so on, right? If you have had some other change, like an extracurricular activity issue, right? If you've had a sort of issue with, COVID where you actually turned it into a positive, all of that stuff needs to come down here. And the reason for this is that it depends on the tone of this question. This tone is really meant to explore situations where COVID impacted you in a material manner, right? Whereas this one right here is just about additional information. So you can use this to write about other COVID stuff, like extracurricular opportunities that you missed and stuff like that. But you can also use this to write about other additional information. So if you've had an illness in your family that affected your ability to perform academically, or if you had a challenge with with sort of like some sort of concern regarding, if you had some sort of concern regarding like an academic issue, you had a bad relationship with a teacher, any of that kind of stuff is going to go into this additional information section.